Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone to this session, the need of mode of goodness in leadership, which is very vital topic. As you know that everything is affected by the three modes of material nature in this world, including leadership as well. So to bring some vital points and the words of wisdom on this very vital topic, very crucial topic, first we would like to welcome His Holiness Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj. So in the morning we heard from Maharaj some of the great nuggets of wisdom, devotional wisdom from Maharaj. And here also we have Maharaj to guide us and spiritually lead us in cultivating mode of goodness. In fact, on this topic, who can be better person than Maharaj himself? Because Maharaj personifies mode of goodness and above. And that's it. One time, somebody was objecting that how come His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he's been given sannyas so early. So he wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, how can you give sannyas to this Bhakti Charu so early? And then Srila Prabhupada said, Bhakti Charu Swami, he's transcendental. In case he falls down, he can fall down to mode of goodness. Although he was always transcendental, no doubt. So we see in the same lineage we have His Holiness Bhakti Prema Maharaj. Maharaj personifies mode of goodness. In fact, above than that, transcendental, the way Maharaj deals with everyone, speaks, and he gives his devotional wisdom. So we are very happy to have His Holiness Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नमः। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषण्यवादी पश्चात्तदशताय मंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। So a role of modes, especially goodness in leadership. Bhagavad Gita said, Gunai karmani sarvasya ahankar vimuratma kartaamiti vannati prakriti kriyamanani gunai karma sarvasya. Everybody is under the mode of nature. So he is in what mode? He is forced to act accordingly. If there is different type of food, so somebody attracted to some spicy food, sometimes milk product, somebody some rotten food, some really attract towards some, if there is wine. So why they are attracting? Due to mode. So everybody actually helplessly work under mode. When that night time is mode of ignorance. Night helpless, fall asleep. So that is why, as we are leader, we have to cultivate goodness. Otherwise, if we are in mode of passion and mode of ignorance, we lead the other also in that. If Arjun become the king, Arjun is leading and Duryodhana is leading. Nobody want to lead by Duryodhana. If a very chaste lady, his husband is a rascal, what will happen to her life? In the same way, he's a good devotee. If after joining, in charge is that type of devotee, what will happen to the devotee? His life will be hellish. I think some devotee has some experience. You have to work under that type of some leaders sometimes, departmental head. At least he'll pray to Lord. So I should not be leader like him. The way I am suffering, nobody should suffer like this. So that is why as a leader, we want to lead. We don't want to lead actually. It is our that responsibility automatically come. Yes, after joining ISKCON, we saw the importance of preaching. And when we saw the importance of preaching, naturally we think we should do something. We don't want to be a leader, but we should do something. You will see, there's so many books, but I should distribute. I don't want to become leader at that time. Oh, so many hundreds of people has come. I should tell something to them. I should give some charanamrita or tulsi. You don't want to become leader, but after taking, he want to listen more. Oh, Prabhu has given me charanamrita, first one. He is the person I first met in my life. In my whole life, I have seen the first saffron cloth. Revati Raman Prabhu. It is not a big deal. So, I have in my life I first seen him. Saffron cloth. Not a big deal. I am traveling whole world, everywhere. Dogs are seeing, fox are seeing, so many people are seeing. But some people are recognized. Oh, I have seen first. Maybe due to that I am here today. So we don't want to become leader, but unfortunately or fortunately we have become leader. So now, as the responsibilities come, now our responsibility to cultivate some mode of goodness. Otherwise, just imagine a situation. Just walking, some bicycle hits you. So you can react in different ways. Even a passion, even ignorance. I fell down and cry. And in passion, I'll give some punch. And if I in mode of goodness, and get up and oh, sorry, I have not noticed that you are coming. So he'll beg forgiveness. So different people, like different ways. And who will attract us? Mode of goodness. So in the same way, if we want to lead, as we want to guide somebody, that is why it is our responsibility to cultivate goodness. Normally when we say this type of thing or discuss this type of things or Vaishnava etiquette, most important thing comes, oh, so nice point is there, but this devotee is a rascal, nobody is following. He is not thinking, I am not following. That is our main disease. So nice seminar organized by Amog Leela Prabhu that we have to cultivate goodness, but nobody is listening. So problem is that we want to correct others, not want to be corrected by others. Normally you see in ISKCON, if the leaders meeting, what is leaders meeting? Leaders meeting actually is to rectify yourself, not to other. Wherever you go meeting for the leaders, what is the meeting for? How to correct yourself. It is not that, oh, leader meeting, how to tight your juniors, that is still standing there. Leaders meeting means, the seminar means how to be tightened by the juniors. So, there are so many exalted devotees are there, and exalted audience, in presence of the audience also, so many nice things come out. So it is a good opportunity. Actually, I was so much reluctant to come. Yeah, but devotees are telling I have to come. So reluctant means main reason that devotee Swami, I am a leader. That is why I am reluctant. But I like this type of seminars, but not as a leader. But unfortunately or fortunately, I have to sit in the hot chair and in front of devotee like Amoglila Prabhu. You can easily imagine how heartbeat is increased. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Actually, when Maharaj is there, then our heartbeat increases out of love. And it is Maharaj's humbleness. Maharaj is mentioning like this. But yes, Maharaj is very, very down to earth. As all of us know that Maharaj is initiating spiritual master. And yet Maharaj is saying like this. And Maharaj, each and every sentence you see that it is a realized statement. Because Maharaj has done so much service to Srila Prabhupada, his own spiritual master. He has served so many Vaishnavas. So, and he has actually done offenseless devotional service. So that is Maharaj is fully saturated with so many divine realizations which naturally come out of his glorious mouth. So we are so very blessed to have His Holiness Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj. Hari Bol. Maharaj, please keep coming to this hot seat. This hot seat always is anxious to welcome you, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. When I was sitting here with two exalted Vaishnavas, those who are in mode of goodness, I was wondering why I have been called amongst these two. So then I realized, unless you know what is drought, you won't understand the importance of rain. So जब तक सूखा नहीं पड़ता है तो बारिश का महत्व पता नहीं चलता है ना. So सूखा पड़ाने के लिए हमें रखा गया कि ताकि लोगों को देखा पता चल जाए. They should know what is drought. And then जब rains आएंगे, बारिश आएंगे, then importance पता चलेगा. Right. So thank you for keeping me here. So we are discussing on goodness, mode of goodness, importance and leadership. For a devotee, of course, goodness is always required, not just for leadership, because it's a platform. Prabhupada used to explain how we go to pure goodness. So at least we should be in goodness. And also sometimes, like when you read Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Kapila, while giving his teachings, he speaks about bhakti in mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness. And the qualities he gives, we can relate that to leadership. So when you are in ignorance, the quality is violent mentality. You want to commit some violence, separatist mentality. And that's what happens when you are a leader in mode of ignorance. Unknowingly, we commit violence towards others who are our subordinates, because we are in mode of ignorance. As Maharaj was explaining, need is to understand that where is the mistake? It's not in others, it's in us. So, and when we are in mode of passion, being a leader, so there the separatist mentality or a feeling of honor is there. So we are doing, in fact, a person in mode of passion, we see that he does lot of work quickly. Advancement, progress, how he's building temples, this, that, but in the process, what he does is, he does not allow others to come up. A leader means, one of the qualities of a leader is that one who creates many leaders, like Srila Prabhupada, right? When Prabhupada, even when he was here, he had already created leaders, and those leaders are running this movement even today. So, he does not allow. It's like but the work is very fast. The person in mode of goodness, when he leads, it's slow. It's not like going in a very high speed or something. But then he takes everyone together. He creates leaders. So mode of goodness in leadership, if we learn from Lord Kapila also, so it is very much necessary so that we take everyone. A person in mode of goodness is ready to listen to others. A person in mode of passion, he just wants others to listen to him. And that's not a quality of a leader. That he just wants because he thinks, I know the best. Like in Ramayana also, we see the example of a wonderful leadership that when Lord Ram was to be coronated, and Dashrath Maharaj, he called the meeting of all the subordinate kings. He also called all the Brahmanas, and then he presented a proposal to them. Although he was a king, he could have just said, Ram will be the next king. But he presented a proposal saying that, this is my proposal, what do you say? And everyone started saying, yes, yes, Ram should be the leader. And Dashrath said, why do you want Ram as leader? Am I not a good leader? Am I not a good king? Am I not taking care of you? And then everyone was stunned. We didn't think about it. We were thinking Ram should be the leader, Ram should be the leader. And then they started glorifying Lord Ram. So Dashrath basically wanted to hear the qualities. But there also we see that he took the opinion of everyone and then he took this decision. So a leader needs to be in mode of goodness. So he does not suppress others. He allows others' qualities, others' caliber, others' talent to come up. Otherwise, in mode of ignorance and passion, we just want to destroy that. At the same time, he also creates, like when we are talking about spiritual leaders. So he creates an environment of care. That can be done by a leader in goodness. See, in ISKCON, there was a word earlier, TLC. We all knew. Teachings of Lord. But now the TLC is tender, loving care. It's not teachings of Lord Chaitanya. That's what the leader should be. Having these qualities. Because leader means in ISKCON or even now other places also, it should be a servant leader. Now these two words are conflicting. Servant and leader. But yes, we need servant leaders. We don't need leader. Like we see example of Krishna. In battlefield, in Kurukshetra, he was the leader. Right? But what was he doing? He wasn't leading from front. If we compare Lord Ramachandra and Lord Krishna, so both have leadership. One side, Lord Ramachandra is leading an army of unskilled people. They were not skilled at all. They didn't have weapons. The only weapons they had was just pick up some stone or tree and throw. So he was leading an army like that. So that's why he led from the front. He was right in the front, shooting arrows, fighting, etc. Whereas when we see with Krishna, he was leading an army of highly skilled people. Like we had all the great people in this battlefield. And what he did, he was leading from behind. He never came in front. And what was he doing? As a servant, charioteer. So he is presenting an example of a servant leader. How to lead as a servant. And that can happen only with a person who is in mode of goodness. That he can accept that yes, I am the servant of all the people I am serving. All my subordinates, they may be called as subordinates, but actually I am serving them. And that mood we have to cultivate. That will bring spirituality to the fore. Otherwise, what will happen? We will give priority to ambition, not mission. The purpose should be ambition or mission. So we are saying mission. Prabhupada's mission has to be on the top priority, not our own ambition. If you're not in mode of goodness, if you're not leading properly, if you're not been trained as a leader, what will happen? Your ambitions will overcome the power of mission. So you won't be bothered about the mission. You will be bothered about your own ambition. How we can grow, how I can grow. So a leader should understand that if the institution grows, we will also grow. It is not that I will grow and then let institution go wherever it wants. So mission is important, not ambition. That is why, or our ambition should be to take the mission ahead. That should be our ambition. And that's how we can lead. And that's the reason a leader should have the qualities. Of course, as if you are in mode of goodness, then you will try to spread that spiritual culture, that spirituality. Otherwise, you will be just trying to have your own self projected everywhere. So this is, I feel the leaders today or leaders of tomorrow have to understand. Care and concern is important. Cooperation is important. Allowing others to grow is important. And that's how we can take this moment ahead. So I think this is important thing. And there are a lot of things to say, and I'm sure it will come as the discussion will move forward. But at this point, I would like to hear from Prem Harinam Prabhu, his views, and then we can take the question answers or the process ahead. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Atul Krishna Prabhu ji ki jai.
It's very enlightening to hear on goodness leadership from Maharaj and Prabhuji. It's very, very essential quality, leadership in goodness, as Prabhu was quoting from Kapila Muni's section, how the separatist mentality or grabbing the credits, putting others down, they are very much characterized when leadership is in mode of passion and ignorance. So I heard one statement by one leader. He says about 3 things happens naturally in the organization: friction, confusion, and underperformance. Rest, everything else needs leadership. So we see, if there is no leader, then these 3 things are naturally bound to happen. A lot of frictions because of not having clarity on the goal, the path, the understanding, the cooperative spirit. And the frictions are there, a lot of confusions, leading loss of faith, especially when we are dealing with a spiritual organization, which is basis is the faith, Adho Shraddha. And naturally, when the spirit is not very high, enthusiasm is not very high, then it's like underperformance. So the passion and ignorance, they take it down. So therefore, this goodness is very, very important. Prabhupada mentions about the actions in the different modes, where he gives nice 3 examples. For mode of goodness, he says, is the sages. They are alert, active, they are in full knowledge, therefore they are very happy. Whereas you see somebody taken up the very high sky-rise building project, and a lot of money has to be raised, a lot of hard work, labor has to be there inside it, and it creates a lot of misery. And third thing he says about ignorance is about the slaughterhouses, where people are killing the animals just for their taste buds. So these are the very graphic examples Prabhupada gives for the 3 modes, the leadership in 3 different modes. So practically, when dealing in our scenario as a devotee, because each one of us by default become a devotee when you come to the Hare Krishna movement. It's a preaching movement. And naturally, when we deal with at least set of the devotees whom we are caring in our department or in our temple or bigger level. So it's an observation and experience of many that our ignorance and our passion comes up when we are dealing with the ignorance and passion of the peers or subordinates or sometimes even others. So while dealing, when we see the ignorance and passion, we also get triggered to deal and act in the same way. So therefore it is very essential to deal this problem for a leader from the different mode platform altogether. If he is not on the mode of goodness and if he is at the same level, then the result won't come out. He'll become part of it. And then that continues forever. So we see from the examples of Srila Prabhupada and scriptural examples of Parikshit Maharaj, these two examples I would like to just say in brief, how Srila Prabhupada dealt with the most challenging and tough situation. He was dealing with hippies. They were not having only the strong conditionings of mode of passion and ignorance, but they wanted to have very degraded life. But Srila Prabhupada not only dealt with a lot of goodness, of course pure goodness, and a lot of love and compassion. That's completely altogether different platform. So Prabhupada could just transform the personalities from hippies to happies. We hear this wonderful example of Crazy Peter. So he was always lying down on the door, and devotees, especially managers, they were trying to set right everything nicely. Prabhupada, this Crazy Peter is really crazy, He's just creating a lot of nuisance to the whole our temple. So Prabhupada just told him that, you should tolerate the way I'm tolerating you. So it's very difficult, somebody who's in action, passion, to understand this thing. But eventually we hear how Tamal Krishna Maharaj was taking darshan of Sridham Mayapur deities, and when he saw the same person has become such an amazing personality that he becomes a person who is translating the 6 Goswamis from Sanskrit to the English. So Prabhupada dealt with a lot of compassion, a lot of concern, and from the altogether the very pure goodness platform. And that's how he could uplift the people from that level. So it's a classical example for us also when we are as a subordinate dealing. As a subordinate, we may have different responses. Somebody, if as a part of subordinate I am playing and then I am in a mode of ignorance, the first reason comes is that, okay, I just quit. I just go away. I don't want to follow. I will look for something else. I look for maybe different organization altogether. Maybe they are giving a lot of opportunities and facilities. I can be more flourishing there. So all such thoughts may come. As a passionate, there could be a lot of different responses of grudges carrying, a lot of political responses. But as a mode of goodness, we hear from Srimad Bhagavatam how the great personalities they dealt. They saw it as their own karma coming on them. It's an opportunity to reflect on my own situation. It's an opportunity to learn some good learning from that episode in my life so that I can improve in my time to come. Hare Hare. So I'll end with one example from Parikshit Maharaj's life. So this Parikshit Maharaj's situation, we see how Parikshit Maharaj, he could see the Kali personified the king, and he wanted to enter. That was his period also. He said, it's my time to come now. So although there were so many faults, Kalor dosho nije rajan asti eko mahan gunan. So Parikshit Maharaj could see two major highlighted points. One thing is there are all mental offenses have no effect. And second thing is Sankirtan, that is the great blessings and boon. So even from the worst situation, Parishit Maharaj took advantage of that, and he started having Sankirtan all over with all taxes collected from the government. So that is how the leader take advantage of the situation. Especially when he is in mode of goodness, he can see other modes and he can try to serve in best capacity. Mode of goodness, if it is there, then person's natural focus, emphasis is on Shravanam and Kirtanam. So this conversation Prabhupada was asked by his one disciple. So he was asking that how, as a practitioner in devotee, we can come to the mode of goodness platform more. So Prabhupada tells about Shrunvata Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridantasto Bhadrani Vidunoti Surjatam. So by regularly reading Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, we can, practicing sadhakas can come on the mode of goodness, and slowly from that the passion and the ignorance can go down, and thus person can be able to serve and even have God realization. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So now let's take few questions. So let's take first question from His Holiness Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj. While we see that in the leaders there is one problem of being indispensable. In case if I become dispensable, then people will replace me. Especially leaders, they become very insecure when they have more talented subordinates. Then we say, ये तो मेरे को replace कर देगा, ये तो मेरा तो राजगद्दी खा जाएगा, ये तो. And then we see that such leaders, they push down such upcoming talents because they see that I should remain indispensable. मैं रहूंगा, हम हैं, तो क्या गम है? सर यही तो गम है कि आप हैं. So how should leader educate his own mind that I should come out of this shell of remaining indispensable for the followers?
Actually, our spiritual organization, the leader like a family member. So in a family, if son become more powerful, father is not worried. So if we in a spiritual organization, I am a leader, if a junior becomes so powerful, why I should be worried? Because I don't have love for the juniors. If I have love for the juniors, why I should be worried? Because nowadays in school colleges, I am second year, I am taking chance to ragging these first year juniors. So that is I am fearful. Oh, when their junior will come, they will take chance. But if we have loving relationship, what is the question of fear? So as a leader, we should try to develop that relation, that atmosphere. Our spiritual organization actually is a family. If we are father or elder brother, we should have so much love and affection. By seeing the junior's success, we should be so happy. So there is no room for fear. Only the fear, if we don't have love for them, only fear, the question of fear is coming. If I am fearful, that means I don't have love for them. We should reflect ourselves. Why I should be fearful? So we can reflect on ourselves. If I am fearful, that means my junior also fearful to me. So our Bhakti Swami Guru Maharaj also told one thing. We are here distributing Krishna Prem.
Next question to Atul Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, very common problem we have nowadays in our institution which needs to be addressed, which is about possessive counselors. So, and it gives a pleasure also that I have got certain following, they bow down to me, and I want exclusively they should just bow down to me. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharam raja. So listen to only my lectures, don't listen to others' lectures. You will get confused. If you listen to others, you'll be confused. I know you in your DNA and I can teach you. So that's why you should just listen from me. Don't listen to other Vaishnavas. So at the max you can listen to Srila Prabhupada. He's our beloved founder Acharya. And then after Srila Prabhupada, Mamekam Sharanam Pracha. And we see that, the counselees, they feel so suffocated because he actually restricts their growth to himself. He is not growing. Now the counselees are also. So then it becomes very, very suffocating. But then we have such counselors and there is no one above them. और उनका अपना साम्राज्य होता है. They have institution within institution. So how to educate such counselors, because there is no such formal forums to educate such counselors. Here, by default, somebody becomes a counselor, and that's a fault. So how to come out of this default setting of appointing somebody as a counselor? This person is so passionate and in a way is very exploitative as well. So how to reform this situation?
First of all, to understand this question, I need some time, because he's using so many words, default and fault, and Lila Prabhu is like, yes, my counsel is my property, right? So we start feeling like that, and this is, yes, it is a very common problem. Sometimes it happens because of insecure feeling. Sometimes it happens because of ignorance. Or sometimes it happens because of overprotectiveness. So this kind of feeling which we get. How to overcome all this as leaders? So when we are in the moment, Srila Prabhupada's moment, as I mentioned earlier also, we will grow when the movement grows. We have seen in our institution many examples where leaders were just saying the same thing and something happened to the leader and the entire group drifted away or left ISKCON. And ऐसा कहते हैं कि जब कोई अच्छी बात होती है तो आवाज होती है. आरती के पहले शंख बजता ही है ना, so that's okay, acceptable. Yes, so how to overcome this tendency? First of all, we should understand that we are in a moment where if we allow others to grow, we will also grow. Now, if we try to control too much, as Moglila Prabhu was saying, it doesn't allow them to grow. They don't grow at all because we are not growing. So we should come out of this tendency thinking that the more we share or the more we allow openness, it grows. I'll just give you an example. I read a very nice story of a corn farmer, a farmer who was growing corn. And every year he was getting the first prize for the best corn. So then one time the reporter went to him to ask, what do you do? How is it every year you are getting the first prize? So he said, I'm sharing my seeds with my neighbors. And the reporter was shocked. If you have the best, you won't like to share, right? You would like to keep it. But he said, no, I'm sharing with others. And he said, why are you sharing with others? He said, because if they have the lower quality of corn, that will affect my corn also. Right? Because they are growing next farm. So if they have the lower quality, then that quality will affect with pollinization. We know that will affect my corn also, my quality also. So to maintain my quality, I share with others. So this is, we should understand that the more we keep it with ourselves, we don't share, we don't allow them to grow, then the quality will not be there. But if we allow, and generally they don't allow out of insecurity because they know they are not the best, and if they hear someone else, then the problem ho jayega, fir mere paas aayenge nahi. We should depend on Krishna. So leaders should understand that we are working for Krishna. We are worshipping Krishna, not our ego. So let's, whatever Krishna desires will happen. So that mood should be there. That is why Krishna says, Karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So this is how we should do it, right? Give everything to Krishna. Manmana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji maam namaskuru. But Krishna says, give your mind, but hamara man mana kar deta hai, right? Man mana. We don't want to give. So, kya kare, man mana kar raha hai. So that is why we should try that depending on Krishna. The person who is too insecure, that means he is not depending on Krishna. That means he is not going through the scriptures properly. His foundation on the knowledge is not very strong. Bhakti is not a matter of sentimentalism. Bhakti should be based on the strong foundation of knowledge. So that means the leader should, and also these kind of people, as I was saying, they don't take guidance. They are like their own boss. And many of them we have seen going away from ISKCON, setting up their own institution, thinking that now, I have so many followers, so then who can stop me, and see what happens to them. We should understand that bhakti is not a matter of becoming popular, but bhakti is a matter of reforming the heart, our own and also the others. Especially those who are under you, you have responsibility to take them back home, back to Godhead. Guru na sasyat, swajano na sasyat, daivam na sasyat, janani na sasyat, Bhagavatam says. Don't become a guru or anyone in the leadership position unless you can deliver your subordinates. So, okay, we may not be able to deliver, we may not be so capable, but at least provide a path. So I feel that the more they will allow, the more they will grow. And they will, otherwise it will be so, ISKCON also will not grow. We'll have groupism, we'll have small groups, and it will break. That's what we see happened in other institutions, previous institutions. So they just broke into pieces, 2 to 3 mathas everyone took, and then, it's all gone. So we have a very big, huge responsibility to keep ISKCON as one organization. Srila Prabhupada's organization, Prabhupada has given us this, and it is our responsibility, and that can happen when we always remain under someone's instructions, when we keep reading the scriptures properly every day without fail, and also keep as a servant leader, not as a leader. I think that mood has to be cultivated, and if that can be done, then these problems will be solved.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay, counseling system actually is very good, but counselors, So, but yes, I think we should also have some forums where they can learn such nuggets which Prabhuji just shared, so that we have more mature counselors. Okay, next question to Prem Harinam Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you see that in ISKCON, usually we have OJT, on the job training.
Okay.
कि भेज दो, धीरे धीरे लीडर बन जाएगा वो, कोई बात नहीं, जिम्मेदारी दो. सो फिर ऐसा व्यक्ति सीखता तो है, पर जो उसके अंडर जो लोग होते हैं उन पे एक्सपेरिमेंट करके सीखता है वो. जैसे साइंटिस्ट जो है वो चूहों पे एक्सपेरिमेंट करके सीखता है. सो साइंटिस्ट सीख तो जाता है, लेकिन चूहों की बहुत ऐसी की तैसी होती है. बट समहाउ ऐसा है ही है कि अरे भेजो कोई नहीं, सीख जाएगा धीरे धीरे करके. तो एक व्यक्ति को ट्रेनिंग देने के चक्कर में हम कईयों को मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ करंट अफेयर्स में भेज देते हैं. सो प्रभु जी, इससे हम भला कैसे निकले एज एन इंस्टीट्यूशन? हाउ कैन वी ग्रो फ्रॉम दिस OJT फॉर्मेट, जो कि बाहर काम करता है दुनिया में ऑन द जॉब ट्रेनिंग, बट व्हेन यू आर डीलिंग विद थिंग्स चलता है, बट व्हेन यू आर डीलिंग विद पीपल इट कैन बी वेरी हर्टिंग. सो भला इस फॉर्मेट से हाउ कैन वी come out, and what systems should be there so that a leader can also grow, yet at the same time not at the cost of other people's spiritual lives?
Yeah, in my understanding now, a lot of efforts have been already taken up in our ISKCON. Like we have IELTS program, GBC college training, and many such institutes like locally also have started, like MIH, VIH, where devotees are getting rid of insights into the Srimad Bhagavatam, also in practical life and different aspects of managing the ISKCON world. So, as you mentioned, these are the really challenges for one to see. Another perspective I just wanted to share, like as a ISKCON devotees, individually also we need to have little own conviction. Like Prabhupada writes in Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita that if a person is sincere and he may not know exactly the know-hows about devotional service, he may not have good knowledge about it, but he has sincere purpose and sincerity, then Krishna within him helps him to take right guidance and to take right path. So in outside world, that may be the situation, and sometimes it becomes situation for one to be thinking in that direction. As a growing devotee, these are the certain challenges we feel. So this also is one consciousness one we need to develop in ourselves, that yeah, if I take the right shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, holy name, and the right devotees, then I'll be certainly helped in all situations in my life. With this conviction, certainly our leaderships are making a lot of efforts in terms of making a lot of training programs and making it happen. So I hope चूहों की जान बच जाएगी.
Absolutely, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Okay, now devotees, anybody has any question, you can raise your hand and ask question from the glorious speakers. Okay, so let's start from here. Yes.
हिंदी में पूछे चले. हमारा से क्वेश्चन है, जैसे कहा कि लीडरशिप लाद दी जाती है, सो मेनी प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट होते हैं, उस प्रॉब्लम को फेस करने और प्रॉब्लम बढ़ती जाती, लेकिन हमारे ऊपर के लीडर कैरी ऑन, जैसे इन्होंने कहा कि सीख जाएगा, तो उस सिचुएशन में उस लीडर ने क्या करना चाहिए? हिंदी में बोलूंगा क्या? यदि एक डॉक्टर, वो भी पूरा जीवन सीखते ही रहते हैं डॉक्टरी. डॉक्टर जब डॉक्टर सीखते हैं, हर पेशेंट के पास कुछ ना कुछ सीखते हैं, तो वो सीखते रहते हैं, हर पेशेंट में मरते हैं और सीखते जाते हैं, तो सीखना चाहिए आजीवन उनको. भाई ये दवाई देकर मर गया, अचार नहीं दूंगा, उनको दवाई वो मर गया, वो नहीं दूंगा. जो उनको सोना चाहिए डॉक्टरी, भाई मैं परीक्षा का सब बढ़ेगा तो इलाज किसी को करेंगे. यदि ये समझ गया भाई हम लीडर नहीं है, तो फिर लीड मत करो. और अतुल कृष्ण प्रभु ने बहुत अच्छे एग्जाम्पल दिया है. भाई जब रामचंद्र देखा ने, भाई कोई है नहीं, हनुमान सब बंदर है, कुछ है नहीं, तुम उसको सामने जाना चाहिए, नहीं तो डरेगा, तुम्हारा पीछे पीछे आएगा. जब कृष्ण ने देखा अर्जुन युधिष्ठिर भीम के तरह आदमी है, तुम उसको जाना सामने जरूरत क्या है, इनको करने दो. तो भी लीडर है, लीडर सोना नहीं पोस्ट, लेकिन पीछे से जितना मदद है करते रहना. मुश्किल है, ऊपर का लीडर छोड़ते नहीं, तुम मरते जा, टेस्ट करते रहो. वो ऊपर का लीडर को बोलना चाहिए मेरा ट्रीटमेंट का हाल होता है. नहीं तो आपका नाम प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिखूंगा भी। बस तुम्हें हमली उनको बोलना चाहिए, भाई आपको धन्यवाद है, मेरे ऊपर आप बहुत विश्वास रखते हैं। और मैं भी समझता हूं आपके पास कोई हैंड नहीं है, मैं शुरू का तो मेरा भी स्थिति आपको तरह समझना पड़ेगा। मेरा तरह आप कितना आशा कर सकते। मेरा लग इतना कठिन कुछ है नहीं, क्योंकि समस्या कब होता है, हम जो हमको छुपाना चाहते हैं। यदि आप बोलेंगे नहीं होगा तो समझ जाएगा, क्यों नहीं समझेंगे। आप मान लो लीडर है, आप मुझको बोला आप गाड़ी चलाओ, बोले मैं गाड़ी कभी चलाया नहीं। नहीं तू चला, मैं चलूंगा। मेरे काल इस तरह भेजा था, एक आदमी मर गया था। ओके नहीं, यदि आप नहीं कर पाएंगे तो क्यों करेंगे। लीडरशिप छोड़ सकते, लेकिन सेवा नहीं छोड़ सकते। सेवा आप उधर में किचन में सफाई करो, टॉयलेट पब्लिक टॉयलेट सफाई करो, कितना सेवा है। आप लीडिंग नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन बेस में आप लीडिंग नहीं कर सकते, बेस में कुक बन सकते जाके। सेवा नहीं छोड़ना है। वो एक्सक्यूज देके नहीं, भक्ति प्रेम महाराज ने बोला सब छोड़ दो भाई, इसलिए उस तरह बोलना मत। आप सेवा कर सकते, लेकिन लीडर लोग पे नहीं है।
Guruji, this question was asked regarding not holding on to our counsels, right? So recently, as morning we were discussing that after COVID, there is a huge increase in the youths visiting to the temple, and then there was a lot of campus preaching opportunities. The problem with the campus preaching which we are facing is so many youth preachers in the temple. So these boys who come to the temple regularly, they come across many youth preachers. It's not that it is written this boy is connected to this preacher, right? So many preachers may approach, and then he knows many preachers. So he is connected to every one of them, and then for certain thing he goes to certain preacher, certain time he goes to another preacher. So in certain these times, then we feel that we need to clarify him. You stick to one person, right? So is this wrong, or how to tackle this? Any one of you, no? Whoever can.
I think counseling was with Atul Kishore, so
Hare Krishna. Yeah, that is also true, है ना? बहुत आ जाता है. And then this person becomes expert. आधा काम उधर से, आधा काम इधर से. यहाँ से नहीं चला तो वहां से हो जाए. लड़ाई भी करा दे. See, we have experienced people here, okay? Sitting here already, all this experience. See, one thing about this is, which temple are you from? Chopati. Acha, okay. Baldev Prabhu hai? First thing is, we should have some systems for this. Like in one of our temples, we have a lot of preachers, youth preachers. So everyone wants to give class, everyone wants to have the program. And we have, say, about monthly program where we keep registering students. So up there are 6, 7 preachers, 8 preachers, 10 preachers, 15. So who will do? So now system should be like we have divided ki for first 1 month this program will be done by then, and whole month whoever comes on the campus will be registered for that program, and then he will be under that person. Then the second month, then other person will do, and then whoever gets registered will be in that person. So there is a system. So there is no fighting. I have registered, my boy has registered, and this, nothing. Whoever is registered in this month will go to that, whoever is registered next month will go to that. So, just giving example. So first thing in this helps is putting up some systems. There are no systems, then obviously these things will come. Khichatani, mere usme aao, mere usme aao. And if systems are in place, the person also who's coming, he also knows, I cannot do all these things. So that is the first thing should be there. Second thing, coordination between the preachers is very important. If you have 15 preachers, are they meeting monthly? Are they discussing the issues? Are they trying to sort out the solution? So that is the second thing one should do. So first of all, the system. If there are no systems, sit down and first put the system. Stop preaching. We don't want go on preaching and then make a mess of it. First put systems. Second is preachers should have regular meeting so that at least they are in one line. So they are not, trying to oppose each other or trying to take person from there itself. So they should be there. And third, above the preachers, there should be proper guidance for them. Like the preachers are there, so they should also be guided. So if they are not able to sort out something, where will they go? So there should be the sorting out of, there should be one person who can give them some solution. So these are the things, first thing which will work, so that to bring it down. And of course, there will be some people like this who will try to do, but if the preachers have good relationship and coordination, this can be reduced to minimum. That should be done. And also we should understand that everyone, like, जैसे मैंने बताया कि अब लोग जा रहे थे, everyone is there, he should be allowed to preach. If there are 15-20 preachers, then they should all be given opportunity to preach. Not thinking that, that person cannot preach, or how is it possible for him to preach? He doesn't have qualities like that. Sometimes leaders think, right? That famous joke in ISKCON, one temple president went to Goloka. That famous one, everyone knows. So he went there and he saw book distribution in charge, temple commander, all are already there in the Goloka, and he was stunned. Said, who allowed them? I know he's not a pure devotee. Who allowed him? So then, anyway, Krishna saw him. Actually, when I said ISKCON temple president went to Goloka, I don't know why everyone laughed. He can go, huh? Although it's a joke, but I know he can go. So then, and Krishna came and took him inside. As he entered, then all those who were playing, like many of them, everything stopped. So then this temple president asked Krishna, what happened? Why everything stopped? He said, they are all stunned. Who allowed him to come in? So we need to understand that we need to give everyone opportunity. And so these are some of the things which will really help. And even in youth preaching, we should always have good systems and good relationship amongst preachers. That will definitely help, and the temple will grow definitely. Thank you very much.
Okay, wonderful. Regarding president, I just reminded of one joke. So definition of president means when on one side of I is press, another side is dent. So that becomes press, I, and then dent, president. Okay, so now, yes, next question.
Hare Krishna. My question to Atul Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, when we are preaching from some years, initial we are following everything, like as you told about, we should be in goodness. But if sometimes we are not able to follow some rules after some years, should we still preach? We are like, have to give sometimes classes or some sessions regarding some principles, some rules, which we ourselves are not sometimes able to follow strictly. Should we still speak about it, or what to do in this?
You're telling me?
No, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
Okay, thank you. I understood. It was specifically to me. We are not following. How can you speak about it? So, anyway. Okay, so see, first of all, please understand, when we talk of mode of goodness, and you said we were there and then later we are not able to, mode of goodness is not something which needs to be, just cultivated for some time and then only for preaching or only for other things. It's something which should become your lifestyle. So then you can never be away from mode of goodness. Whether you're a leader, you're not a leader, you're a preacher, you're not a preacher, doesn't matter. It should be your lifestyle. So then there won't be any time going down or up. Second thing, you're saying if you're not able to follow certain things, and how can we speak on it? If you read Srimad Bhagavatam, first chapter, first canto, Prabhupada has given qualification for the one who can sit on Vyasasana, and Prabhupada said, if it is not there, one should not dare to sit on Vyasasana. This is what Prabhupada has written. And if you read that those qualifications, at least I am not qualified, right? But we are sitting on Vyasasana as a service. So even if we are struggling, but our struggle is sincere, we are not cheating. Okay, there is difference between a struggle, sincere struggle, and cheating. Cheating is that we know we are doing, we go on doing it. Struggle is we want to come out of it. We know we are wrong. We are not doing it deliberately, but somehow it's happening and we are struggling and to come out of it. If your struggle is sincere, then there is no harm, you should continue. But if you are cheating, then you should not sit on the Vyasasana or you should not give class. Then you should first correct yourself, rectify yourself. See, all of us are struggling, right? Manashasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Krishna has said, so we have to struggle, right? He said in Bhagavad Gita, and we are struggling with mind. But what can we show to Krishna? We cannot show results to Krishna. See, Krishna, I've done this. I've controlled my senses. I've controlled this. I'm following. We can only show our sincere struggle to Krishna. Anyway, we are in Kali Yuga. Right? Khatara gaadiyan hain, dhakka maar ke start hone wali hain. So we need to understand that sincere struggle will attract Krishna's mercy and will be able to go through this phase of life. But if that is not there, then you should take a step back, rectify yourself, and then go ahead. Is that right? Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dharantaram. So my question is like to Atul Krishna Prabhuji. Like Prabhuji, you were mentioning that in that context, there should be some system in the campus if multiple youth preachers are there. But in addition to that, it is also heard that there should not be many youth preachers preaching in the same center, because that groupism will create, and then main mera ye create ho jata hai. So in some centers, this is also not a healthy practice, it is considered. So what you will suggest in that case, if there are multiple youth preachers and that system, and it is also said that you are not cooperating with the temple authorities.
What will you do if you have more preachers? Throw them out or not allow them to preach? First, we have a limit. More than 5, nothing. Only 5 will be doing preaching. I don't think so that it is not a healthy practice to have many preachers. In fact, it means that the temple is growing. Preachers are growing. Leaders are being made, which is a wonderful thing. Right? If you have only one person, for last 15 years only one person is preaching there, what preaching is he doing? I mean, right? What preaching is he doing? He's not allowing anyone to become a preacher. And if there are like many preachers, I feel it's a healthy sign. We should not say that it's not a healthy practice. It's a healthy sign. That means the leader is good. He is allowing so many preachers to come up, and preachers are coming up. Yes. To avoid groupism, as I said, there should be proper relationships between them. And so you see, whenever there is a problem, suppose you want to achieve something, there is a problem. We don't change our destination. We try to remove the problems, right? We don't change the destination. Okay, we had decided this. Now there are some problem. Change it. No, remove the problems. So saying that there are so many preachers, they may have problem, so let's reduce the number. That's not the solution. The solution is, what are the challenges? Find that out and try to remove one by one. That's one thing. Second thing, when you have more preachers, India is such a big country, right? You have so many places. So if you have more preachers who are not getting proper engagement, proper preaching engagement, create. That's the responsibility of the leaders. Nearby areas, other areas, or we have many preachers in Pune and now they are going all around, all the temples. Kanpur is an example, right? From Pune the team was sent, and there are so many other temples where it is sent. So if you have many, help others. So I think it should be taken as a very positive thing that if you have multiple youth preachers, and then it's a responsibility of the management to how to engage them properly, and at the same time let them not feel, because in some of the temples I know, since for years I have been interacting, that some preachers felt that we don't have enough engagement. They are good preachers, but because the seniors are going on, for the last 20 years they are going on, so the others are not getting. So that's not a healthy practice. So your statement should be changed. Having multiple youth preachers is a healthy practice, but not providing enough engagement from them, that is not the healthy practice. So one should create that. Right? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Regarding that, my counselor and my counselee, once the argument was put up that we hear in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami is only addressing to Parikshit. We don't hear that Shukadeva Goswami is giving a chance to speak Narada or Vyasa. Although they are all there. So this was argument had come, so I just want to hear the right understanding.
So why are you disturbed? He didn't allow them to speak? That's your disturbance? Or Narad Muni came and complained to you? What was it?
That was argument was given by the some of the devotees on this direction. When we say that multiple preachers or speakers.
Oh, so Shukadeva Goswami didn't allow anyone to speak. Okay. See, in our temple, what happens? If there are multiple preachers, we give Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam only one person gives, every day. And then others feel, I am not getting a chance. No, they get chance next day, right? Isn't it? So Bhagavatam when you give, if there are 30 preachers, so do they say, ki all of us will sit and give Bhagavatam? What is happening in our temple? Every day one person gives, right? But that doesn't mean others starts feeling that, no, only why is he getting only the chance? It is only the time. Shukadeva Goswami spoke now, and Narad Muni has spoken so many times, right? Narad Muni is like, if you read Bhagavatam, everywhere he is speaking. So this is, I don't think so that should be an argument, because it's just the time, and that was expected by Shukadeva Goswami. At the same time, this brings out very nice principle for leaders or for preachers. That you see, Narad was there, Vyas was there, but they allowed Shukadeva Goswami to speak. That's called respecting a person, respecting the caliber, respecting the knowledge which one has. Right? Narad didn't say, how dare you speak? I don't know, seniors are sitting here and, pehle aarti mere paas aana chahiye. And if you are not allowed to speak also, suppose, see, both the principles are here. Number one, Narad and all are giving such high respect. They're feeling very happy sitting and hearing. So we should learn that as seniors, are we sitting and hearing when our juniors are speaking? Or we feel, "Arey, ye kal aaya hai, kya sikhayega?" And as juniors also, if they are not given a chance to speak, what do they think? हम लोग को क्या होता है? ये मंदिर में बहुत पॉलिटिक्स होता है, right? कोई और मंदिर में जाता हूँ, yeah. So we have to learn from this example that how much respect they gave to Shukadeva Goswami because of the knowledge. So if anyone has a caliber, Shukadeva Goswami was 16-year-old. And Vyasadev, Narad Muni, how old was Narad Muni? Right? So we should not think, so this is a good example that we should learn from this, that how we should allow everyone in the temple to grow, and how we should be very eager to hear. Like Chanakya Pandit said, if you get gold lying in a field or lying in kichad mein pada hua hai sona, to utha lena chahiye. So this is what we can learn from that. Right? Hare Krishna. New hand. What is new hand?
I have one question that can you help us to understand, like, for us as a brahmachari, what can help us to be in the mode of goodness? Like how we can cultivate it. We have a lot of discussion about what is the importance of that, but like how we can practically cultivate in our life as brahmacharis, mode of goodness. All. Maharaj, if you can please share with us.
I'll add Maharaj.
How to cultivate mode of goodness. That is why Bhagavad Gita mentioned what is goodness. So by knowing that, we should try abhas. Abhasana tu kauntyo vairagyana chakrijyate. Like Krishna has so many aspects. Tapasya sattvagun. If you want to do tapasya, this is sattvagun. Food also sattva-rajatamo. Eat that type of yoga, there are different types. Sattva, try with that. So many types of dan also different types. So different types of thing. Everybody is divided into 3 gunas. So everywhere try to capture food. Day, morning, noon, and night. Sattva, raja, tamo. So try to practice in Sattvagun. So why there is Sattvagun? Just try to capture that part.
Also in sadhaka stage, we have little binary understanding. We immediately want to go from ignorance to goodness or pure goodness. But in Gita we learn that there's always a competition in the modes going on. Yeah.
How devotees can ask questions related to the situations or above as
So it's a struggle to be in one mode particularly.
it waiting for all of us. Haribo. Two devotees.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So it's an ongoing struggle for us to be on the mode of goodness. As Maharaj rightly mentioned that we can have yajna, dana, tapa and different activities like honoring prasadam, food in mode of goodness, and it's a constant struggle. One of the, like another example what I was speaking is Prabhupada answering how a struggling devotee can come to the mode of goodness is by reading regularly Srimad Bhagavatam. Tada rajastamo bhava kama lobha dayasche. So it's an observation and it's an experience of most of the devotees that their consciousness immediately changes when somebody reads Bhagavatam regularly. Even if like we are in now Sangha here with so many devotees and hearing constantly, our hearing goes almost for 6-8 hours in a day now. So you see our consciousness is completely transformed. We have come from different projects, but there are so many anxieties, there are some concerns, but once we are here, it's like all gone. It's like nothing existing only. So the Shravanam process is the process, as Prabhupada mentions, is very, very vital for every individual, not for the beginners, but for the one advanced person. And from Shravanam only all the meditation happens on the wonderful pastimes of the Lords also. So by regularly reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we can cultivate this mode of goodness. By speaking about it in right attitude, also we can develop mode of goodness. Regularity is very important. Gaurang Darshan Prabhu wrote nice book on studying scriptures. So here he gives a lot of wonderful tips actually. How regularity is important, how to make a notes, how we should have Simhavalokam, Vihangavalokam. So all those tips will be very, very helpful in terms of developing regular practice of reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Okay, devotees, so since the time is up, I know many devotees have got questions and it was very, very relevant, very important topic, cultivating mode of goodness in leadership. And as Maharaj highlighted, and all the speakers have highlighted that not just in leadership, but in every walk of life, we should cultivate mode of goodness. And then we can someday come to transcendental bhakti as well. But yes, mode of goodness can be stepping stone to transcendence, as Srila Prabhupada used to say. So mode of goodness is must. In Rajas and Tamas, they cannot be devotional service, but to speak of leadership, which is also part of it. But yes, mode of goodness is must. And all the three speakers here, they personify mode of goodness and transcendence. So that is, we are very, very grateful to all the three speakers. So let's pay our gratitude to them by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.